Hey there, Zesties and Zestmates. It's February. Love is everywhere, and we hope the virus is not. Today I'm launching the CurioZesty segment of Vanilla Zest right on Valentine's Day. CurioZesty is an episode on the show that's completely nonsense, like a topic that nobody cares about, like nada. Some random fun fact, spilling of tea, or whatever silly topic that you and I would like to talk about. So, if you're a sucker for anything random, or just a curious little zesty like me, please keep on listening. Feb is the main reason why our fun-loving Sags and feisty Scorpios are born. You know what I mean. So today we explore why February is a love month, and obviously why specifically the 14th. There are many legends around the origin of Valentine's Day. Many believed that it originated from Saint Valentine, or Valentine, a Roman who was martyred for refusing to give up Christianity. February 14 was believed to be the day he or they died. Yes, they. It was believed that there might be two of them. You will see in the later accounts. For the purpose of this story, we will just refer to him as he. So, he was believed to have been put to jail for secretly marrying couples and disobeying the edict of the Roman Emperor Claudius II, which is forbidding Roman soldiers for marrying because this diminishes their efficiency on the battlefield. Talk about the Night's Watch over there. He was put under the vigilance of the ruthless prefect named Asterius, who at that time challenged his healing powers. So he told Valentine, "If you really have the powers, why not cure my daughter Julia, who was born blind?" Of course, they would have talked in Roman or Latin or whatever. So, when he healed her sight, Asterius, along with 46 family members, converted to Christianity and freed all other Christians under his watch. Of course, Emperor Claudius II was furious and ordered the beheading of the two. So I guess maybe this is why some accounts were saying that there were two of them. Some say Valentine left a love letter for Julia, whom he had fallen in love with, and signed it, quote-unquote, "from your Valentine." Although some accounts say he didn't fall in love with the daughter, but just healed her sight. I wonder whether this was the first ever incident of love at first sight. So, the feast of Saint Valentine was established by Pope Gelasius I in 496 AD in honor of Valentine, who died on the same date on 269 AD. Although the Roman Catholic Church continues to recognize Saint Valentine as a saint of the Church, he was removed from the general Roman calendar in 1969 because of the lack of reliable information about him. He is a patron saint of lovers, epileptics, and beekeepers. Wait, what? Lovers, epileptics, and beekeepers? Seems like a little too far off between each other. There were some accounts linking the phonetic similarity in the German language pronounced as Valentine. In Dutch, the word Sint-Velten was also a synonym for epilepsy. Epilepsy was known as the falling disease for centuries. Is this why we call it falling in love? The cult began in several European countries until it got closely tied to Valentine's name. Then, this strengthened Saint Valentine's connection in the German language, which led to alternative terms for epilepsy, such as Saint Valentine's illness and Saint Valentine's affliction. So I hope our German zesties can verify this and let me know in our social media accounts or email accounts if whether this is really true. So, another account suggests that Saint Valentine supposedly cured someone of epilepsy, a young woman engaged to be married. Or it could have been Julia's sight and epilepsy that was cured? I don't know. Just spilling some tea right here. So, one legend also says that a bishop named Valentine von Terni helped a Roman orator's son to stop his seizures. So Saint Valentine was buried on the Via Flaminia, and Pope Julius I reportedly built a basilica over his grave. All right. I don't know whether Valentine really wrote the letter at that time because it looks like some other accounts credit his love letter gesture during the 18th century. It was when English poet Geoffrey Chaucer that this tradition of courtly love flourished and grew into an occasion where couples expressed their love for each other through flowers, sweets, and cards. But how is Valentine's Day celebrated across the world? UK tradition dates back to the Victorian era where anonymous cards are sent to their love interests because signing their name in the card was considered bad luck. Now, how's that? Anyway, it looks like the UK started the tradition of giving roses on Valentine's Day as this was the favorite flower of Venus, the Roman goddess of love. Well, if that's the case, I would have thought it would be Greek or Roman mythology that would have started this. But anyway, while in the UK, traditionally flowers were given by men to women, in Japan and South Korea, women make the first move on Valentine's Day. They usually make homemade chocolate or chocolate cakes or chocolates or homemade choco. Get it? Homemade choco. And men return the gesture on White Day, which is for the 14th of March. I usually see these in anime where the girl gives her homemade chocolates to the guy he likes or maybe a close guy friend. I remember seeing this in Fruits Basket and some other animes. Does that mean all girls in Japan know how to make chocolate goodies? Looks like I wouldn't find love in Japan. What's interesting is South Korea has a third day of celebration called the Black Day. This is celebrated on the 14th of April, where single friends gather to eat ramyun and celebrate being single. The name comes from the black bean noodle dish, which I really love and try to recreate at home. If you've seen the Parasite movie, you know. In Slovenia, it's a day for working in the fields as Saint Valentine is one of the patron saints of spring. They do celebrate a month later on the 12th of March, and other countries like Finland and Estonia celebrate it as Friends Day that includes your significant other. And of course, who would forget how the Philippines celebrate Valentine's? So it's pretty much the same with how Americans celebrate it. Men give flowers to women, and either women they admire or their girlfriend. So growing up, I used to be fascinated with Valentine's Day over there, and because the air feels fresh and romantic, women smiling, couples kissing, and maybe babies are getting made. Well, hello there, November zesties. But as the years go by, I didn't like it that much anymore. Not because I was single at that time, but because the fresh air was replaced by the pollution and extremely heavy traffic caused by the celebration. I remember perfectly that my colleagues and I couldn't even get a proper dinner because there are not any available tables. So in the end, we were only able to eat at the shawarma place at around 9 p.m. So if you can imagine the trauma I had back then. However, I don't know how it is now back in the Philippines. In Dubai, it's celebrated the same way as Westerners also celebrate it, and especially Dubai was quite like it's really like a melting pot of East and West, and everything is so commercial and big and extravagant. And so, yes, that's how those countries celebrate Valentine's Day when I was there. So, how about now if our Zesties could comment to our social media or give us your feedback on how is it being celebrated in your country? Let us know. So I hope our Zesties and Zestmates have enjoyed this little curiosity episode. If you want to share your story or experience, or if you want to be a guest on the show, please let me know. Just email us at vanillazestpodcast@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to talk with you and have a little chat with you. And if you guys have more suggestions and feedback, or if you want to feature some fun fact in the curiosity segment, let me know as well. And as usual, I'm really happy with your listens and your shares on social media, so keep them coming. Thank you very much and stay kind. Love you all.